Hey, good morning, everybody out there in Facebook land, all my friends and families. Scott McKeever, Collier RV here in Rockford, Illinois. Keep it real with Scott McKeever. I'm kind of crooked, but that's, I got to get a little stand and stuff that I can put my iPad on, and I'm just not that fancy of a guy, right? So, sorry if I get too far away, but hey, the good news is I'm smiling because Nothing Bundt Cake was open yesterday. They weren't open in the morning. Her driveway didn't get plowed or whatever. But I went back in the afternoon to check them out, and she was there. So I got to talk to her a little bit, and I love those things. Nothing Bundt Cake. If you haven't had one, you really, really need to have one. They're like, just don't get hooked on them, right? I'm glad they're not closer to the house because they're really good. And Megan, she doesn't have one. I should have bought her one, I guess. She's got no taters and no bundt cake, but I got bundt cake, so not good for the figure, but that's okay. If you don't like how cold it is today, wait till tomorrow because it's going to get really cold tomorrow, and a lot of places are going to be closed and things of that nature. And I don't blame it. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. If you never experienced that kind of sub-zero weather, it's nothing to mess with. Okay. So who's out there? Jean's out there. Who else is out there? Erica's out there. Hi, Erica. Anyway, guys, hey, today I just want to touch real quick on how these things are kind of built. The construction is very, very important. So that's why I got you. It doesn't matter what it is, what brand it is. I'm not here to show you that, but I think what I'm here to do is kind of just point out a couple of quick differences. A lot of people don't know what they're looking at when they go, what's the difference between this one over here, this Catalina, and this MPG over here, besides the look, right? One's smoother looking and one's, corrugated more, looks like a camper. And that's, a lot of people are like, I don't need, this is a camper to me. That's not really a camper. Well, that's true, right? I mean, it does look more like a traditional camper, but let's talk about the inner workings. So this is what we call the Catalina over here with the sheet metal siding is what we refer to as stick and tin. Kind of like your house at home is built with 2x4s. These were built with 2x2s. So you've got a wood construction, and then you've got sheet metal. Well, wood is less expensive than aluminum, and sheet metal is less expensive than fiberglass, so it helps keep the cost down, right? Here's the important part now, and this has batt insulation, kind of like what you use at home on your house, versus the other one, which I'll explain here in a minute. So those are kind of a step up from this traditional camper. Okay, here's what's important about all the constructions, right? Doesn't matter which one it is, that they're fully framed. Okay. So a lot of places, a lot of products you look at is not fully framed, okay? What I mean by that is wherever they cut a hole, do they frame it in? Because if they don't frame it in, then what you end up with is you'll have big windows that sag. And, hi, Carm. Hi, Casey. Or is that Cassie over there? Hi, Cassie. They're out. Ladies, I don't know why they're going outside. It's too cold. I'm not going out there, but more power to them, right? Trying to get units cleaned off so people could actually look at them. Of course, this Saturday, 37 degrees and rain, 40 on Sunday. It's crazy. But anyway, so the key element is when you're talking to somebody about an RV, that's why it's important to seek out an RV outfitter. Like what we do here at Collier RV is we're not salespeople, we're outfitters. We want to help educate you in the products that you're looking at so you can make the right decision for you to go do the camping thing and at least have something of quality, because they all have issues. It's a house on wheels. They all have issues. And so we want to, make sure that you understand what the construction is. So here at Collier RV, our new products are all fully framed. Okay? Very, very important. Because there's a lot of them that are not. So what I mean by that is if you look at some stuff that says ultralight, number one, it's a play on words. I mean, how do you build a 37-foot trailer and call it an ultralight, right? But they can call it what they want to call it. But if it's truly lightweight and it's a bigger rig, like it comes in at 800, 1,000 pounds lighter than something of the same size, probably something missing. Now here's the key element. They're not going to get rid of the fluff, right? We like the pop, we like the sex appeal when we go inside. It looks good, right? It feels good and all that. So they leave out the things that you can't see. So if my floor joists are every 3 feet apart, I've eliminated 2 floor joists, right? So you take that on a 30-foot trailer, you've eliminated a lot of weight. But now you have the potential of a soft floor. Then they'll tell you, well, I don't need those floor joists because this floor is laminated. Well, that's good for a certain amount of time, but that process does not hold up. The example was the other day, we talked about somebody who was trading in a certain product that was a 2017, and that floor, you walk across it and you feel like you're going to fall through. Floor joists are 3 foot apart, laminated floor. So not a good combination, just so you know. So it's important that somebody, whoever you're working with, explains to you what that construction is. Very, very important, okay? So, so that's that one. And now if we go over here to the MPG with the smooth siding, right, with the smooth look. So that's aluminum construction. This particular construction is fully framed and fully welded. Same thing, wherever you cut a hole, you need to frame it. Whether it's wood and sheet metal, whether it's aluminum and fiberglass, okay? The fiberglass process, this is a laminated fiberglass, so it's vacuum bonded to the Luan backer, and it's got foam block insulation, and you know it's got the molded cap up front, so it's a fancier look. The appointments are inside are a little bit fancier, a little bit nicer, but obviously it costs more money to build it that way, right? So either product is good as long as you understand, right, and you get that information. Is it framed? Is it fully framed? Some call it a cage. Some will try to convince you that the way they do their construction, it doesn't need to be fully framed. Well, that's something you just have to look at and analyze yourself. I disagree with that. I think it needs to be framed. I don't want my windows sagging, 5 years down the road. That's how they're able to put the big windows in, is when they frame them. Otherwise, they're going to sag. Bouncing up and down, not framed, doesn't make any sense. So, just a little bit about the construction. I mean, there's a whole lot more in that arena to be explained, and that's why when you meet an actual RV outfitter, they're able to explain those things to you. That's what we specialize in here at Collier RV in Rockford, Illinois. So, hey guys, awesome little bit of product today. It's funny because when I do these things, I'm going to talk about products someday, and this stuff can go on and on and on. There's so many different things to talk about with it. But the previous day always seems to feed into the next day, So, fortunately, yesterday was an awesome day. Even the way it was and everything, cold and everything, we sold a couple of more RVs, and some people are going to go RVing. That's cool. Not tomorrow. They're not going RVing tomorrow, but they will be soon. And this weather's going to break, and we're all going to have fun, and we'll just keep you informed out there. So tomorrow's my day off. Thank goodness. I'm going to stay in the house and go down to the basement and work a little bit, I think. So let's keep it real. Right? That's what we want to do out there. So we're going to keep it real with Scott McKeever over at Collier RV Super Center. Phones are ringing. Let me just... So, that's Ron. Hey Ron, I'm going live. Can you hold 1 second, please? Okay. So that's Ron down in Normal, Illinois with his Montana. So, hey guys, anyway, appreciate y'all out there. 815-222-5149. That's the direct number right here to this bad boy cell phone. And love you guys. Talk to you soon. Gotta go. Bye.